July 30th, 2019. This is day 5 for my Sinicus seeds. Look at the root on that one. That thing grew like 1/2 or 3/4 of an inch since yesterday. It's actually going into the tissue paper there and going underneath. This one over here is pretty big too, and it's starting in there. I'm gonna pull that one out, that big one right there, and get it in something. And actually that one over there is tipping over, and the seeds or the leaf is coming out of the side now. But I want to do a quick update on my purple bamboo. A lot of people keep asking. I don't know, I thought I had like 100 update videos for everything, but someone was asking me about my purple bamboo, so let's go out and take a look at that. Alright, these are my 2 purple bamboos from seeds that I got on eBay. And they're kind of a little hard to see actually, because they've got these tiny little leaves. It's not a giant timber bamboo by any means. And so they just got these tiny little leaves, and you can kind of see right through them. They don't block a whole lot of view. But if you look at this one, you can see it's kind of dark colored. It's got a little purplish color. And if you look at it closer, you can see, it looks kind of black, purple, purplish, reddish. It's kind of purple. Not anything like the images look that they show, but all that stuff's photoshopped and they blast a color on there. Now this one is the same group of seeds. I think it might even be from the same seed. And what I did was I split this when I put them in the ground out here. You get a clump after these grow for 6 months or so. And actually there's a new comb in here I need to show. After these are 4 or 5 months old, you've got a little clump. You got 6 or 8 little shoots coming up, so you can break that in half and get 2 clumps. So then that's what this is. This is a split clump. Might have been 2. I think it was all from the same seed, and this one's got a little more shade. It's a little closer to all the overgrowth over here, and it gets a couple hours less of sunlight a day. It's shaded in the morning from the trees over here, so it doesn't get the direct. Well, this one's not getting any direct sun in the morning either, but it gets a little more sun than this one, just a few feet away. So it put out its culm, this big curved thing with a hook at the top. That's only a month old or so, and it was about a month behind this one when this culm came up. This one's like it's probably 8 feet tall now, and it got pretty wide. I mean, it's probably 5 feet wide there from tip to tip, from this end to that end there. And it's really kind of flat too. It didn't spread out much this way, but this way it made like a big fan. And I noticed yesterday I was looking in here for another clump or another culm, and this little stick in here that's coming up, oh man, it's almost 6 foot tall. And I didn't even see that thing coming up until it was right there at eye level. But that's purple bamboo from seed, eBay, and it's kind of purple. It's kind of purplish. It's red. You see a little purple if you look right there on that joint there. It's kind of the purplish spot. I don't know. I guess you can convince yourself it's purple, right? But again, by far, the best way, the absolute best way to get some big bamboo growing is to go find some and dig up a chunk or chop it off and clone it and get the biggest one you can. Like, check out this one here. Oops, right in the sun, you ain't gonna see nothing. That's a 22-foot piece that I dug up. And it's been in this for, geez, quite a while. Going on a year, 8 months at least. And then I noticed the other day this little branch came out of here, and it's connected into the root, so it didn't make like a big culm. It just made a tiny little branch out of there. But it's doing well. And then this little from seed, well, I bought this as a seedling. I didn't grow this from seed, but I got it when it just had these two. Actually, it didn't even have any of these leaves. It just had this leaf, and it had another little shoot coming up with one leaf barely started on it. So, and then a week and a half or a couple weeks later, it started this shoot, and this shoot is probably 12 days old or so. So it grew all that in 12 days. Nice plant. All right, so that's an update on the purple bamboo. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna do one of these in this little pot of mix I got. I got some. This is called Because Mix, Hydro Mix. I've had it for a few years, and it's just basically peat moss and perlite, and I've hydrated it a little, and I'm stirring it up there, and I'm gonna pluck one of these. I'm gonna pluck that one out right there and stick it in here. Alright, I got that placed in there very carefully. And yeah, some of the tissue paper stuck to that. It was tissue that came with them, and it's probably just packing, but I used that for my germination. I thought maybe it would be like a little bit of home for it. Alright, so I got it in here. I'm just going to fill in around there a little bit. I want to leave all this really fluffy, and I don't want to pile too much on there. I want it to grow into the soil, not the soil to smash any of those tiny little hair roots on there. As I've found that the longer you leave them on your sterile medium sprouting things, and then you move it out into your organic pot, they kind of, I don't know, it shocks them a little bit, I think is maybe the word for it. So try to get them in the dirt as soon as you can. Actually, that looks pretty good in there. Look at that little leaf popping up. Looks happier already, doesn't it? Look at that. I'm going to have to get at least 2 more of these out of here, because they are going to be sticking to that tissue paper. This is basically like a little Kleenex. Paper towel is going to be a little harder for them to stick to, I think, but I used what I had. So there you go, 8-minute long video. Cut.